Well, good morning. It's been a while since I've been on doing some films, but here we are. I just wanted to show off some ideas that I have found for using old postage stamps, like a collection that you may have, like I do. When I first got into junk journaling, I went crazy and got a collection from someone, which it turned out was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So I ended up taking a lot of time and I sorted them for country, which there's a lot of foreign ones, which is pretty cool. But there are a ton of USA, of course. But I saw a couple ideas and I wanted to share them with you. So, put that aside. So here is a ton of USA stamps. Now these have all been used, canceled. The guy told me that it was I think a couple of generations of stamp collecting, and he just couldn't keep up with it anymore, so he just wanted to get rid of it. I mean, there are some quite old pieces. You know, if anybody remembers like what 1 cent ones were. 13, 8. I mean, there's some that are a little more recent, some that are quite old, but there's a ton of them. So I thought of a couple ideas, and one idea I found, and I can't remember who I saw the video for, but it's to make a small little folder to tuck some stamps into. So if you like have a study, like this one is all like green and blue. So if you have a preference to do like a cute little study, and you can put a ribbon around it and tuck it into one of your junk journals if you wish, and you can decorate the front. Adding some accents to collage pieces in itself and turning them into tags, which is what I did. I have several sheets of collage papers that I did. I put like scrap pieces of coffee dyed paper on the back and then collage the front. This is very heavy paper, probably like, I think it's like 100 pounds, maybe 120 pound paper. Usually I got this for card making, but it turned out to be something else completely. And then another idea was to just make a full-on collage of just stamps. So you just go to town on a piece of paper. I chose some cardstock on this one. And just collage them in every which way, and then I sewed it and I turned it into some little pockets. But I have a couple other ideas I wanted to share. This is like got a little enclosure on it. It's another one. This one looks a little bit nicer than the first one, obviously, evolution. And then with the leftovers, I just turned it into tags themselves with the manila folder on the back. So let's get started. So for the first one, since I have all of these stamps all out, I'm going to take a piece of cardstock and just go to town. I have traditional, just glue sticks, and I start from the middle and just kind of pick them and go. I prefer to use the Elmer's glue that's like purple, so I can see where I have glued, because this clear glue was like a little bit harder, but I ran out, so here we are. It's also kind of cool, like when you're going through these and putting them on, you can see all the different time. So like this one is Christmas of 1963. Just stick it right there. You have Eisenhower. I hope everyone is doing well, considering we have been blessed in this house not to have contracted any, but I know others are less fortunate, and you know, thoughts and prayers are with those people. Let's see, this says give 3-cent first steamship across the Atlantic, 1819 to 1944. So I'm assuming this is a 1944 3-cent stamp. But like I said, these are all canceled, so they're not, I don't think they're worth much. If there are stamp collectors out there watching this going crazy that I'm just, you know, willy-nilly sticking stuff everywhere, I'm sorry. It's not my thing. Charles Evans Hughes. Don't know who that is. 1992 Olympics. Some of these have like that little, I think it's like a little piece of tissue or sticky stuff from like stamp collection, you know, putting them in where they, you know, into like a little collection book. So I just take those pieces off and go on to the next one. And if they cover, I mean, I'm okay with that. Sometimes I end up with some spaces that I can't quite, you know, do anything with. Like, and then I'll just, you know, cover up a little bit. That's why it's a whole collage. I don't like that one to be this way. Oop, another Olympics, 1976. Put that one on this side. Ooh, this one is Yosemite, 1 cent. I like that one. My husband actually is a rock climber, and he climbed El Capitan with another friend. That's how we met, is rock climbing. But I am not for the big stuff. I like short stuff, short climbs, and well, since the pandemic, we have not really climbed, so we were a little out of it, but it's good to remember. Ooh. Register to vote. They used to advertise that on stamps. That's interesting. Good old Lady Liberty for 15 cents, and then a 10-cent Monticello. No, that's the Jefferson Memorial. My bad. $0.29. I think I remember stamps being 29 cents at one time. If that shows you how old or young I am. What's this one? This one, letter carriers we deliver. Oh, this one's honoring the postage people, USPS. Very cool. We should honor them. They did a lot of good things. Held us all together sometimes. W.C. Fields, Performing Arts. know there's some itty bitty ones in here somewhere, so maybe we can cover that up with that one. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Sometimes there's no dates on them, so I always wonder, you know, when they might have been from. Oh, what's that one? That one's unusual. Isamu Noguchi, 1904 to 1988. This one is a uncanceled stamp. I might actually keep that one. I have a little envelope over here for ones that I find that I might want to use for a different project. Like some that I think are very pretty and, you know, specifics, like these ones are for, you know, ocean, and I have an idea for a collage study page for the ocean. So I like to keep those while I'm going through them again, is to, you know, find, you know, the ones that I like and maybe save them for something else. Who's this? Oh, we have another Charles Evans Hughes. Let's see, we'll put him like that. So, anywho, in case you might hear in the background, I do have 2 dogs, and one of them likes to be very protective of the house for no reason. So he is quite loud. So if he does bark, I do apologize. But they're good boys. Basketball Centennial. Oh, this is honoring 100 years of basketball. What else have we got? Another Christmas one. Let's stick that there. And it's okay to go off the edge. I usually just trim them, and it kind of makes it complete to have some stuff going off the edge. Who's this guy? George Marshall, statesman, soldier. So like that. You can trim off those little bits. And if you end up with too much over the edge, then you can kind of fill in like this part. I'll probably fill that in with something like cutting off the side. Let's see. Ooh, Clyde McFadder? I'll have to look him up. I don't know if I've ever heard of him. But that's cool. Canada. It's Canada, but it's US postage stamp. Interesting. Stick that there. Finish off that edge. I do have a lot of these US airmail ones. So if you do like a bread study, that one is good for that. Okay. Oh, we can put a boat next to a canoe. How about that? Okay, you wanted to be there? That's okay. We'll put you right there. How about Lincoln goes right there? Ooh, what's this one? The Easy Way U.S. Bonds on Something Savings. And this is the Smithsonian Institute. 1846 to 1946. Washington's headquarters. But that's kind of cool. It's in Newburgh, New York. Ooh. Rural America. Got a pretty little violet. Let's put that one. Oh, and a rose. Stick that one right there. Cover up that hole. John Dewey. Anybody know who that is? I don't. 10 cents. Independence Hall. About right next to the Liberty Bell. Find a long one. Oh. Love, love, love. Slide that one right there. I already have one of these, so I can put that one on here. This is the Kansas statehood. Kind of cool. So I can put that on the edge there and then snip it off, and then I can probably fill it in over here. Do that. Since it's awfully big. Oh! There. I got that piece in there. Oh, wow, that would be pretty. Might keep that one. Actually, we'll move that over and cut that off on the side, so we can continue to see the cool basketball. See, we've got the Oregon statehood. Kind of cool. This one's different. This one looks like it was actually on the envelope. So envelope was like already prepaid. So this one actually has like a little bit of embossing to it. I'll stick that one right there. It's kind of cool. Ooh, who's this? This is Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman physician. How about that? Kind of neat. Nebraska Territorial Centennial. There's a couple more of those kind of embossed, already prepaid like envelopes or maybe a postcard. Kind of different. Oh. Did we already cover up that mini hole? Because I finally found one. I think I did. I think I put that over there. Oh well, we'll save that for another mini hole. Igor Stravinsky. So how about fill this in? Put that there. And then take another one. Sure that goes in there, and then we can take this one and plop it right there. It's hard to tell, but that's like a little deer. Dina Washington. Grace Kelly. I hope I can find another one of those because I just thought about that. That's very pretty. Let's get some more, maybe not long rectangular ones. Ooh, who's this? Dr. George Washington Carver. Let's see what else. Chicago Century of Progress. Fort Dearborn. Ooh, love. I love love. Ooh, that's a nice big one. Dwight Eisenhower. Oh, that little squirrel. Here's Martha Washington. Oh, there's one. Oh, I wanted to keep this one. I lost it the first time and now I found it again. Hooray! This is petrified wood. I thought that was like really cool. So I'll keep that one. I lost it the first time I went through these. Put one of these airmails on this end here. So while that's drying, we'll cut these off. Oh, there's another Grace Kelly. Sweet. I mean, you don't have to cut them off. I'm just that much of a OCD person that I like to have them all together the same. Like filling up the page. These little bits I probably won't cut off, but that and these. Or maybe I will cut them. And here. Alright, so got all that done. Only a few open spaces. Let me see if I might be able to find a small stamp that could go there. Sometimes there's itty bitty ones, but sometimes there's not. So maybe how about this little Christmas one? There, that looks good. Stick that one there. And this little spot, I'm really not going to worry about. Not going to worry about that one. All right. So that is all done. Now I'm going to go over and sew this. Make sure it's all good and dry before going over to the sewing machine. But I will sew this. Now I just did like a lot of like kind of doodly stuff. You can do it however you want. Like I kind of went into a doodly swirl, but I don't know. I might try and go like back and forth. Maybe try a grid. See how that looks. So I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So I ended up just going back and forth. Just doing a kind of a wobbly thing on it, so that's all done. So now we shall make, I guess we'll kind of see what we can make with it. So like I said, like the first time around I made these, I did it on lined paper, like lined notebook paper that I didn't really like, and then I cut it and sewed it, and it's okay. It's a little flimsy, but it's all right. I ended up sewing up the sides and around the top just to match the zigzag that I had done on the edge. So there's that. And then I added a little bit of a prettier innard to it. So, and a brad. So then we have that. Made some tags. So I think with this, and then I had another idea, which I will share with you, and something to do. So I will cut this at I think 4 inches. Okay, so cut this at 4 inches, and I'll trim off these little things here. So cut that, and probably make a standard envelope. Let's put a piece of paper on the inside of it so that it prevents any more of these pulls here. So I will just take a piece of scrap paper, or maybe a book page. I think maybe a book page might look kind of different on the inside. Yeah, I think a piece of book page will look better. Ugh. Oop. I don't use scrap paper for gluing too much as I should. So we will put this one here. crooked thing to make sure it's nice and down nicely. See, like I glue everywhere. That's my bad. Okay, just trim off the edge here. Those bits away. Okay. So now I'm gonna do a little something different. I'm gonna take a brad or two. And I'm gonna put one here and one here so that it can, well, let's fold it first. Fold it. And fold it. Now, got this little issue, which I think probably just maybe a piece of tape will fix, or I can just use some extra glue to fix it, because I have it on the bottom as well. Not sure if tape or glue. Since it's the edge, I may tape this. Anyway, I'll find my good tape. So now let's find out where we're gonna put our bread. We're gonna put it maybe here, there, and there. 4 inches. The middle's about there. So put one brad here. And then put the other brad about here. Probably should have done it with, put the brads in first and then put the book page. Because now we have this showing through. But I think it'll be all right. I'll put this one here. Definitely want to put this one in before sewing it up and making it final. There's that. And so I'm gonna go take this to the sewing machine and I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I had a little boo-boo with the brad and the sewing machine, so let's not do that again. Probably wait or put it down a little bit higher in there. But the sewing machine helped fix the problem of this piece coming up, so then we could just give you a little bit of a character. Now we will take a bit of string. and tie it around. And then around the bottom. Remember not to push your brads down too much, otherwise you can't get it around it. So, and there we have it. We have our little pocket. Okay. And we have our little pocket. Cool, nice. So there's that. The next thought I had was to turn this into a mini booklet. So I'm going to measure about 4.5 inches here. And then just fold it here. And then we can take that piece of scrap paper, or you can keep it. I mean, if you like that, you know, sewed look, you can keep it. But going to maybe make a little signature. So it's 4.5 inches tall, so we'll go 4.5. Okay, and I'll take another book page and piece of scrap copy dyed paper. Another cool scrap that I have. We won't go too big. We'll just kind of wing it here, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that makes a little 10 pager. So we'll just put that there. Make this a little offset. Let's make this on the outside, so like that. This one a little offset on the other side. Trim these. Cut yourself in the process, Marcy. Alrighty. So got a little booklet here. There we go. And I think going with the sewing kind of motif that it is, that I will sew right down the middle. Alrighty. And there we have it. We have a little booklet you can do some journaling on. Look at that, isn't that cute? Let's see, we'll pull this out and trim it. It's another little book that can go in a tuck, like a journal within a journal. Look at that, isn't that cute? There's that one. And then, let's see, these bits over to the side. And now we have one last piece. And like I said, I had just made some tags, so I can do that. I think that's about it that you could do with this. Besides putting it in as a page in your booklet itself, or making another little booklet. Turned it into a pocket for the, just a piece, straight piece. Let's see. I'll just cut one at 3 inches. Approximately 3 inches, and then you could cut the edges so that you can use like your peeking shears or a fancy edge. Let's see. Age it a little bit more. You could probably do that with the booklet too, and the envelopes. Didn't really think about that, but age it a little. Maybe actually put piece of something over it. Like that. Ooh. I think my my needle in my art glitter glue is rusting, so got that. Oh no. So then you have a, hopefully that glitter glue stays. Put another one on top, so it's like a little bit of an extra accent. So this is like a little pocket. If it'll stay. Probably, maybe would stitch that, maybe not. Stitch that one up as well. And then take and see if I can find a place to put this. So you can take and have a pocket and a pocket. Let's take some of this glue instead. Good old Fabri-Tac. So now we have a pocket on the page and then another little tuck pocket here. And as you can see, I've used them as just plain, you know, ephemera on its own, which you can do. I've done that with several stamps throughout. I love that one. That one's my favorite. Another one. Anyway, so with that, we can take and stick tag there, and another tag or a little something right there. So there we go. I'll put that away. This is my first ever junk journal, and it's thick. It's so thick. I don't think I can add any more to it, although I just did. Probably shouldn't have, but there's that. Oh, and we still have a piece left. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see. Maybe just turn them into two little tags. About 2 inches wide. Take some paper, scrap paper maybe. See if I can fit them both on there. Yeah. Sweet. I can fit them both on there. Let's glue going. Found a box of these little mini glue sticks on Amazon. They're all right. They last a good little amount. Good for small projects. So we'll stick that on there. Like I said, I prefer the Elmer's purple glue so I can see where I've put my glue. But like I said, they do the job. So we'll do that and we can cut off that edge. Again, with the glue, and I should be using scrap paper, but I don't. So this is pretty stable. It's on about a 60-pound paper. I'll take my awesome cornering tool and just snip these edges. There's one. gluey. Okay. Again, we'll just snip these edges. Let's put some of these tools away. I save some scraps, but I don't save a lot. I think these bits are just a little too small, and that's got glue all over it, so we'll just throw those away. Apologies for my creaky chair. That, and this glue goes here. Okay. And I used my brand new crocodile that my husband got me for Christmas this year. I love it. So awesome. I need to get some more brads for it, but we shall. Right at the moment, we only have the 3/16 brads for it, so that's what we're gonna do. Cut that. Cut that. And then we will do, I think, black or maybe silver. I think I like the silver one. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Such a cute little thing. Awesome. So awesome. For a while I was just doing hole punches and brads for my tags, but now I have the fancy little thing. So, let's see. See, we have some twine, some ribbon, piece of cheesecloth. That might be kind of cool. Snip it. Just trying to go for some scraps and use those. I think we'll go with that. Pull that through. Just tie it real quick. So there's a one. And we'll do a clove hitch on that. And then we have a couple of cute tags. So there's one set. So we made an envelope, a little extra booklet, and some tags with just collaging stamps and using those up. So that used quite a bit of stamps, but as you can see, there are still so many more. So for the next one, this one's much easier. I think it's just a little bit, it's a lot less stamps, but it's just more of an accent. So you can just like pick up a couple of stamps and just put them on and cut it up just to have them as like just little bits of accent on your collage pieces, because they're already, you know, so beautiful on their own. This little extra, which I love it. I think it's so awesome. So that one, all it is we're just gonna, like I said, take some stamps and just kind of stick them on our collage here randomly. Wherever you think they should go on your collage pieces. Oh, I think I saved Mount Rainier already, so we can use this one. there. And on this one, I probably would make sure that all of the edges are well glued down, because these edges can just get snipped off and then you don't have them on the other side. This is when they started making the stamps like self-adhesive, so it's on an envelope. So we're just gonna trim this one so it has its own little kind of stamp look to it. So when the stamps were 33 cents. Oh, it's crazy. So there's that one. So it looks a little more stampy. Maybe I will use a piece of scrap paper just so I can make sure that we get all of the edges on that. Let me see. What else have we got? What's this one? What's this one? Ooh, a circus. Well, that's kind of cool. Kind of vintage. Maybe more in a place that can be more pronounced so you can actually like see it as a whole. Let's see. Mr. Frost. Put him on something that's color. Century of Friendship, United States and Canada, 1848 to 1948. That's different. Campfire Girls. I wonder if that evolved into Girl Scouts. Oh, we'll save that one. My mom loves her some giraffes, so we'll save that one and make something special with it for her. That's the fun thing about stamps. You can just like pick something and you can seek out the stamps you're looking for, and then you've got a whole study, which is kind of cool. Like I think I found a whole bunch of different flowers, and I did a flower study. There's different presidents, like we have Washington, or you can do just a Washington study, which there are so many of these stamps that are of George Washington. Something different. Let's see what's this. Oh, another Postal Service honoree. She's cool because she is, I think I might save her. No. Let's see. Let's go with this blue one. Jefferson Memorial. Right there. Oh, I'll go with that one. I think I pressed down too hard on my glue because I end up with a mushroom head of my glue stick. Anybody else have that problem? Now I have a mess. Let's go here. And maybe one more. I don't know. What do you think? Think that's enough? Maybe something there. That looks good. I don't know. We're just going for little accents. We're not going for a lot. So maybe a small one right there. That looks good. Some low. I think that's good. Because it's like I said, this is just for little accents. So, no, it's pretty much the same concept as the that's a pretty one. Look at that. Lace making. That's pretty. We'll save that one. It's pretty much the same concept as the other one with making it into tags. You just cut them up, trim them down, poke a hole, and we're done. So let's see. He's 2.5 inches wide. Make these 3 inches wide. Maybe we can keep these as is. Let's see, or cut that in half. But since I did them all this way, we kind of have to keep it this way so they stay upright. So I guess we'll just make it another 2.5 and 3 inch set. I think I need a bigger desk. Anybody else have that problem where you just feel like you don't have enough room, but then you get more room and then you don't have enough room there? So there's those two. I prefer to use this kind of like box cutter knife over the X-Acto because I think it's a lot more sturdier, just in case anybody was wondering why I was using a box cutter versus an X-Acto. So there's those. And again, these are done on some pretty thick paper. Like I said, I think it was like 100 or 120 pound paper. So that's super thick and very sturdy for tags. Little bits of accent. And we'll cut the edges and turn them into tags. I may not crocodile all of them, but I'll definitely cut them. I have both the hole punch and my crocodile. I don't know. I think I'm gonna indulge and use my crocodile for all of them. I mean, that's what I got it for, isn't it? We'll just go with it. Just go with it. Once these are all done, I'm gonna have like tons of tags, and I'm really not sure what I would really do with them. So I'd love some ideas of what to do with all these extra tags, or if you may be interested in getting some happy mail, you can let me know that too. I'd be happy to send some out. All right, let's put some brads in here. I think that one would be good. Gosh, I love this thing. It's so handy. We'll do white. We'll do white on this one. I think white? White looks good. All right, so there's those. And we'll take care of that stuff later. I need to go to the craft store. Get some more brads, among other things. So, here we are. Got these. Probably just put, lace and ribbon, kind of like I did with these, and twine that I have left over. Hold on. We have all of these made into lovely tags. Some of them I went a little overboard with. I don't know why, but I like it. I think it looks cool. But again, I have like all these tags and don't know what to do with them at the moment. I may, post it up on the somewhere to get as happy mail. So there's those. That is that one. The last idea that I have found was to make one of these little folders for like a stamp study. This one's really quick and easy. If you just, let's see, here's a piece of scrap paper. Let's see, we want it to be 6 inches wide and 4 inches tall. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got room that way. Paper cutter. But if you want to make a lot of these, you could just take you can make like 6 of them with a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper. And then 4 inches. Again, if I can remember who I saw this from, I will post it below. Oh, look at that. I can make 2. So, just fold in half. Maybe not make 2. But this is really quick. So, you just fold in half. And you can distress it with ink if you want. So I'll do that real quick because it looks nicer. Not that this black really needs it, but just in case. So, just this, and then take a piece of tracing paper and cut couple of 1-inch strips and one 2-inch strip. It's 1 inch. One inch. And actually, instead of 2, we'll go with 1.5 because it's so small. And then take these and cut them into 3-inch strips. Doesn't have to be exact. So, cut a couple, and then take your art glitter glue, as long as it's not rusty like mine, and just make small pockets on the edge. So you just put it here, a little bit below the top. A little bit goes a long way. And one all the way at the bottom. Oop, here and there. It's a little long. And then for other side, I put the bigger ones one, and 2. These are for just like bigger stamps. Like I said, maybe a little less than 3 inches. Cut that off. Okay. And then just take your stamps and stick them in. Like I said, for like, these are deeper pockets for bigger ones. And then you got little pockets for little ones so they don't get too lost. And then, you know, they can easily be taken out again, as well as you can still kind of see them through the tracing paper. So you can still see what they kind of look like. So something like that. And there you have it. It's just a little folder. Again, these are just some ideas that I have found in making use of all of the postage stamps I got in that crazy collection. As you can see here, just like a study. So have fun, and I'll see you next time.